We just spent $13,000 to see if this ultra-luxury cruise around Australia is actually worth your hard-earned money. If you're planning a bucket list trip, the last thing you want to do is overpay for a luxury experience that feels average. We're putting the food, the service, and the ship to the ultimate test, so you don't have to risk your own vacation budget. But there was one luxury feature that went so horribly wrong. It nearly ruined our entire 15 nights. Quick heads up, this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Well, ahoy there cruisers, and welcome back on another adventure from Sydney, Australia for this 15-night epic cruise all around the south and west of Australia, then up to Bali in Indonesia. Now that was a strange boarding process, no photographers, nobody trying to sell you anything, very quick and easy because it's only a small ship that holds around 750 people, so she is tiny compared to some of the monster mega cruise ships that we've been on. A very easy, breezy, beautiful boarding process, but here we go, we're getting on now. I am very excited and a little bit nervous because it's a brand new cruise ship for us and it always gives us a bit of the nerves, it really does, because we don't know what to expect. Right, here we go.
Yeah, about to step on board this ship. As Ben mentioned, a brand new ship for us. We've never been on this type of ship before, or of this cruise line. And does anybody else always get a little bit nervous, especially when it's a longer one as well? They got my memo. They've rolled out the red carpet for us. I specifically demanded a red carpet to enter the ship.
Right, we are on. This is nice. A lovely welcome by the crew there, just scanning our cruise card. And here we go. Let's go, guys. So lunch is only available in the buffet, so we're going to go straight there because we are starving, guys, because we're quite late today. We were doing some work this morning, but so far so good. She smells good and she looks very nice indeed. But we're going to give you a full tour of the ship and our lovely cabin as well, and take you along for all of the adventures on the Azamara Pursuit.
Okay, we were on a lot lower deck than I thought we were. I thought we were on 9, but we're actually in the bowels of the ship, so it was quite a long journey. But she's very small, so the decks are quite small as well. A little bit of a line hidden into the buffet, and this one is called Windows. So let's go. I'm very, very peckish. I shouldn't have drank this champagne yet because I've not had any breakfast. It's going to go right to my head.
Now we're in the buffet, like David said, called Windows. Now, I've seen calmer scenes at a Black Friday sale. It's rammed everywhere. We spent about 20 minutes circling for a seat like vultures. The crew looked about as thrilled as we do, and the officers, they've snagged all of the best tables for lunch, while the rest of us hover. Absolutely crazy. You would think that they would put passengers first, and they have their own area elsewhere. The food, it's fine. Very basic. The pizza is giving me major Sorrento's vibes from Royal Caribbean, which is great, but for a luxury price tag, I was expecting a little bit more than just okay. The food overall looked a little bit miserable and very limited indeed. No better than what we've seen on normal cruise lines like Royal Caribbean, Princess, not as good as Celebrity by any chance. Now the silver lining, the table service drinks are flowing, which is keeping us sane. Usually we avoid the buffet on boarding day like the plague, but today we literally had no other choice. It's the only place open. Now, we're reserving final judgment because boarding day is always a fever dream. But right now, it's feeling a lot more carnival than high-end luxury. Now, let's head down to our cabin.
So I think it's time to take a look at our cabin, and I'm very excited to see this one because they looked very nice online. Hey, we've even got a doorbell. How fancy.
Right, here we go. So we are in a continent suite. That's the type of cabin. Now, we were booked in a regular balcony cabin, but they had an upgrade thing going on, guys, where you could bid for an upgrade. We bidded the lowest amount, which I think was about $500 US, and we won it. Now, we had a look a few weeks before, and this was a good few $1,000s more, which means we got a bargain. But not only that, it comes with a lot of extras. We're in here for 15 days, so we want to work in here as well. So it's nice to have somewhere a little bit more comfortable. And you know what? On first looks, it's really bright in here. It's lovely. We've got a really large window in the background there and a balcony, but it's so spacious. Let's have a look what we've got here, shall we? Behind me, you've got the wardrobe. There's lots of space in there, which is really good. You've got some nice robes. You've got some little extra things in there, like some slippers. Next door, you've got what looks like the oldest safe I think I've ever seen in my entire life. It looks like something from a 60s heist movie. Lots of drawers in there as well, which is great. Then just next to that, you've got a mini fridge as well, which comes stocked with some waters on top and then some sodas below. I think we also get the choice of a bottle of spirits to be put in here as well once we meet our butler. Yes. We get a butler in this suite. How fabulous is that? Just to my left-hand side, I'm guessing this is the bathroom. Wow, that is really nice. It's super spacious. We've got a full bath, a nice shower, lots of room in there. It's all like marbly and stuff as well, which is fabulous. We've got some products. I've never heard of that brand before. Lalique. Sounds French to me, but yeah, really nice. Towel test, ooh, a bit rough, guys. A bit rough for a luxury cruise, but that's quite a nice room. And then we've got a full-length mirror right here. Hello, how are you? Can you see me, guys? Hello.
Impressed with the size of this room. Just look how spacious it is. Very, very wide. We've got a huge sort of space in the middle and then a lot of space over here. So we've got a nice big television which is positioned in front of the bed. Should we check out the bed, Ben?
Oh, you got to do the bed test, David. It looks massive.
It does look massive. Now, first touch, on first feel, the bedding feels nice and crispy. Like it's some sort of high thread count or something.
It looks lovely, to be fair.
It is very soft.
Is it nice and comfortable?
It's a medium firm one. The pillows are lovely as well, actually. They're really cool to lay on, like cool feeling.
It looks like a hotel room, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. These are really nice, lovely. Like you can tell the bedding's premium. Definitely, really nice. Nice padded headboard in case you bang your head in the night. That sounds weird.
And swiftly moving on.
Next to the bed, I've just noticed we've got USBs under here. That's
on both
cool.
sides.
That's nice. Hallelujah. You know how much we love that. And then a little reading light and a nice light here. Some little bedside cabinets with a Bible and a pencil in there.
Or is it to make notes?
Maybe. A pencil. It's a little bit odd, isn't it? So yeah.
Maybe it's to circle your like most favourite chapter in the book.
Psalm 27 or something.
Well, I don't know, David.
I don't know. That's my Catholic upbringing there. So a really nice, big, comfortable bed. Love that a lot. Now, should we swing around over this side? Got a big bucket in here with a glass of Brut sparkling wine.
That's a bottle, David, not a glass.
Sorry. This is a glass. This is my kind of glass now. It's a bottle of Brut Domaine du Michel Brut wine. There we go. I am not a wine connoisseur. That could be good, it could be awful. I would not know. Nice big comfortable sofa here as well, like a little chair, which is nice, and you've obviously got the table and stuff. So really spacious. It doesn't feel like a cruise cabin. It does feel more like a hotel room, which is really cool.
It feels very modernised indeed. This ship has quite a long history with sort of 5 or 6 cruise companies owning it, including P&O, Princess and more. It was built in 2001 and like I said, it holds around 750 people. It had a huge renovation back in 2018 as well, where all of the cabins were completely pulled out and brand new ones were put in. And you can really tell that, guys. She looks very good for a ship that's, what, 25 years old? I think we've done like 3 ships in a row that are basically exactly the same age. They were all born at the millennium, which is very strange. But this one looks particularly nice and it smells nice. Now, it is a little bit on the warm side, but it's scorching like the surface of the sun today here in Sydney. So we'll see what that comes like. On this side, this is a little bit odd. It's kind of like a cork board and the bits kind of fall off when you touch them, which is quite funny, but it does look quite nice. It's all glittery. A big old TV. There isn't really much on there, just a few channels, local channels that seem to be Australian. But what we do have is loads of space everywhere. So lots of storage just below, lots of drawers that you can pull out. I'm going to talk about all of the stuff here in just a few minutes because there's lots of information about what's included, how things work here on Azamara, because we haven't done it before, so it's all new to us as well. And then you've got some plug sockets. We've got 2 North American, 1 British UK plug, and then 1 European plug. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? So you've basically got just about everything. The carpet looks really nice as well, but I'm really quite pleased with this. I think it's kind of a really nice cabin and it is huge. I genuinely was not expecting it to be this big. One of the biggest complaints that we saw online was that the cabins were really small. So I'm kind of glad we upgraded for $500 for 15 nights. That is an absolute steal, isn't it? So we bidded the minimum, not thinking we were going to win it, and we won it. So cha-ching. Right, David, do you want to go check out our balcony? This video is sponsored by Squarespace, and we've used it for over half a decade now, which is kind of wild to think about. We run our entire website whilst traveling, usually from a cruise ship. Squarespace is perfect for that because everything is built in. No patching things together, no tech headaches. One thing we love is how easy it is to update the site. New video, new blog post, a tweak to a page. We can do it quickly, even on questionable ship Wi-Fi. Their design tools are also a lifesaver. You can start with Blueprint AI or a template, then customize it so it actually feels like you. And we also use Squarespace email campaigns to stay connected with our audience. New videos, updates, announcements, all from the same platform. So if you're a creator, traveler, or someone who just wants their idea to look legit online, this is such a solid place to start. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/Ben and David to save 10% off your first website or domain.
Let's have a look at the balcony. I'm just going to keep that door closed to keep it nice and cool in there because it is a hot one today. First things first, it's not very deep, so it's not the biggest balcony, but this is a small ship, but it's very wide and it's still plenty of space out here. I love the fact that you've got a table with chairs, so you can eat out here, or I actually like to bring my laptop out here, do some editing and do some work, so that's a really nice option. But look at these views, guys. We've got a view of the downtown Sydney, the CBD as they call it here, and that is incredible. But then this side, we have the world famous Harbour Bridge. What an incredible view. This is such an amazing place to cruise from. We're at the Overseas Passenger Terminal. So on the other side of the ship, we have the Opera House, but incredible. Now, if you didn't know, you can climb the Harbour Bridge. And we have actually done it. Just before this cruise, we climbed to the very top of that harbour bridge and it was such an experience. We covered all of that on our Patreon vlogs, so if you'd like to see that, you can join us on Patreon. As well as the extra videos, like the one here we made in Sydney, you also get advert-free videos, early access to all of our videos, plus we do a monthly crew call video chat, which is a lot of fun. A big thank you to all of our patrons for your support. If you'd like to join us, you can click the link in the description section below to find out more and watch those extra vlogs.
This'll do nicely, won't it, David?
This will do nicely. I really like this balcony. It's not the biggest, but it's really lovely. It's a great size. Goodbye, Sydney. You've been wonderful. I had a great time in Sydney. It's such a lovely city. Oh my gosh. Ben, what have you got in there?
David, we're on like a 4-month trip. I'm glad the bags have came nice and quickly though.
Honestly, we are collecting more and more Starbucks mugs, so these bags get heavier and heavier. But they've arrived nice and early so we can get unpacked and really settle in for this 15-night voyage. How amazing is that? Now, Ben's going to take you through everything that is included with this cruise.
So what's nice about booking a luxury cruise line are all the things that come included that you don't get on regular cruise lines or just in the suite areas. Anyway, ours comes with a butler service, which is very posh indeed, including assistance with unpacking and packing. We can do that ourselves. What's great is that we get a really nice in-room dining menu as well, where everything is included, which is fantastic, and the menu is absolutely huge. We get things like hors d'oeuvres in an evening, we get afternoon tea during the afternoon served in our cabin as well, and things like a shoe shine service, very old school. You also saw that we got that bottle of sparkling wine, and we also get the choice of one spirit as well. David chose some whiskey. Next up, we get an exclusive suite breakfast each morning in one of the specialty restaurants from 8 o'clock till 9:30. We also get full access to all of the specialty restaurants on board as part of this suite. So only the suites get that. Now we also get a concierge to help us with excursion planning and reservations, and we also get access to a certain area in the spa as well, which includes a therapy pool, which is awesome. We'll go take a look at that in a little bit. We also get some upgraded bath amenities, and we get some free Wi-Fi as well, 240 minutes for free. Now, we have bought that Wi-Fi because we need it, but it is so expensive. It's $250 at 50% off, and then you have to upgrade to the unlimited package to be able to upload and watch YouTube and things like that, so it's almost $500, which is insanely expensive. We also get a laundry service as well with 2 bags per suite per week. So that's all of the inclusions. Also, as part of the cruise, we get all of the entertainment included and selected standard spirits, international beers and wines and sodas, and complimentary teas and coffees throughout the day as well at all times.
And talking about the butler, he actually just knocked on the door while Ben was going through what was included and introduced himself. I did ask a couple of questions. Could I get a kettle in the room? They said no, but you can ring him at any time to come get some hot water or a tea or a coffee. So then also, along with that ridiculous amount of information, but hey, the more you know, the better, because I'd rather know too much than too little. There's also the Insider, which looks like the daily planner, and then we get one of these every single day. But Entertainment-wise, it looks actually like there's quite a lot going on. Usually, for these kind of ships, the smaller ships, the more premium ships, they tend to be a little bit quieter, where you kind of just make your own entertainment. But it looks like we've got a couple of shows. We've got a cabaret show and some live music, so looking forward to seeing what that is all like.
It's about time we show you around this little ship, isn't it? So let's go and have a look, see what the Azamara Pursuit has to offer. So we're going to start at the bottom of the ship on deck number 5 and make our way up. Now, first impressions are that this ship looks really nice. She looks quite posh actually, especially the stair areas, which sometimes can look very old on an older cruise ship, but this one looks lovely. Looks like a very posh hotel. I like all of the trimmings and gold and stuff. It's very nice indeed, guys. Also like the little touches of having the deck number and what part of the ship you're on the roof as well, which is really nice. So it's very quick and easy to see exactly where you are in relation to the rest of the ship. But yeah, very nice indeed.
First up, deck 5, at the very back of the ship is the dining room called the Discovery Dining Room. It's really nice. It's a big space, but this is the only dining room on board, so you can see how many passengers this ship holds, because it is a big space, but cruise ships sometimes have like 3 or 4 main dining rooms. Really like all the windows as well. There's windows all around. The first thing that we noticed is that it's not set up, so it doesn't look as good as it could be, because we do a lot of cruises, guys, and usually on the first day of a cruise, they always have the main dining room set up to look the best they can. It doesn't make a difference. It's just something we've noticed after doing all these cruises, and people like to have a nosy round and snoop around on the first day of their cruise, so you want to give it a really good first impression. So it'll probably look a lot nicer later when it's all set up for dinner.
Yeah, it's very nice indeed. It looks traditional but quite modern at the same time. Just to mention, here's where you come on boarding day to make those specialty dining reservations. We get that fully included, so we can go as many times as we want. So we've went to the desks and booked that in. Now, you can do that before on the Azamara website, but the Azamara website, guys, was so bad to use. It was very hard to make reservations, so we waited until we got on the ship. We were advised by a few of our lovely viewers who we told we were coming on this ship to do that as soon as you get on board, because they can sell out quickly. You can choose to pay if you're not in one of the suites and you're just in one of the regular cabins. So let's move into the center of the ship on deck number 5. So on one side, you've got the Mosaic Cafe, which is a cafe offering obviously coffee, drinks, and there's some snacks there as well. It's open from 7 a.m. in the morning. You've also got some seating areas around this little atrium area, which is fabulous. And then just downstairs, you've got the guest services desk, you've got the concierge desk, and you've also got some ATM machines down there as well. So if you have any issues, go down to deck number 4. Right, let's keep on walking. More seats around this area, and it's surrounded by some shops as well. Indulgences and the Pursuit shop. So let's keep on walking and see what we've got further down this way. I can see something coming up, and it's called The Den.
And it looks like a comfortable living room, almost sort of like a British pub, because it has that fireplace in the corner, which I don't think I've ever seen a fireplace on a cruise. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it does look very warm and comfortable. So in there you've got a bar called Spirits. You've also got the Future Cruise desk. You also have the Shore Excursions desk, and also a big photo shop as well, which is what I'm just walking down at the moment. But I absolutely love the decor and all the sort of wood panels and things. It just feels very, very old, worldy, old school, but doesn't feel like old as in like an old ship. It feels like it's meant to be like this and very boutique. So you might recognise this from when we boarded. We came back up to the Windows Cafe, which is the buffet on board, to have a look, and it looks a little bit calmer up here and a little bit more dressed up. I just love all the bright windows. Now up here you have a drink station which you can help yourself to. It's got teas, coffees, different juices, and also water as well as an ice machine as well. So you can come in here anytime to help yourself to them drinks, which is really good. But yeah, it's not the biggest buffet, but it's not the biggest ship, is it?
This is really nice as well. So at the back of the Windows buffet, there's also an outdoor seating area. Guys, just look at this. I'm surrounded by legendary landmarks. Look, we've got the bridge, and then we've got the Sydney Opera House. What I like about this buffet as well is that it doesn't feel like a regular buffet. Like, all of the chairs and tables and things are set up nicely. You've got nice place settings at all of the tables and things, and it's nice and bright with all of the windows around. It definitely looks a lot better now. All of that rush during boarding day is over. But yeah, let's continue on with the tour.
Isn't this just lovely outside? They've done such a good job with the outdoor areas. They look so modern. They actually look completely different to the inside of the ship. They look brand new, and we're all hanging out here at the moment. We haven't quite sailed away yet, but we've come upstairs to get some pictures and see the harbour bridge and obviously the Sydney Opera House. Crew are going round with some cheeky sail away drinks as well, so I've got myself a gin and grapefruit, I think it is, which is really refreshing in this heat. But just the outdoor space looks really nice, and I think it's going to light up on a night very pretty. So really looking forward to it.
So yeah, it looks really nice, guys. So I think down here you've got sort of a grill area, which is great. Then you've got lots of seating all around. The lovely lounges look very comfortable. You've got a pool, 2 hot tubs, and then on this side under here you've got a covered bar as well, and a nice wraparound deck that you can run around, which is fabulous. So I think 14.5 laps equals 1 mile, so that's a lot of laps. Oh, so I'm at the top of the ship. I think we're getting ready to sail away from Sydney now, which should be spectacular because the weather's gorgeous. But yeah, look at this view. Isn't this just absolutely magnificent? It's just gorgeous.
Came up to the top to the next level. There is loads of deck space out here. The chairs and stuff are not set up at the moment, but yeah, absolutely tons of space for the size of the ship, which is always nice to see. And gonna wave goodbye to Sydney one last time. Bye. When we came last year, we said this is a once-in-a-lifetime trip. We're never going to come back, and we're back. So I'm not going to say that again. I'm just going to say, see you next time, Sydney. You were great.
Okay, so we've came inside on deck 9 now, and we've got a little lounge area. It looks a little bit like a library maybe. It's very nice. It's called the drawing room, guys, and you've got some views off to the main pool area as well. There's also a grand piano here. Oh wow, look at that roof. That is amazing. Very pretty indeed.
Ben said it's deck 9, but it's actually deck 10. And
sorry, guys.
You know, work with an amateur, don't I? Actually, you've got 2 specialty restaurants up here. You've got Aquilina, which is a Italian restaurant slash seafood restaurant.
David, I thought you were supposed to be a professional.
I am a professional.
Well, you can't even say professional.
It's that cocktail. It felt really weak at the top, and then I got to the bottom and it was like, bam, that's where the alcohol was. Anyway, so Aquilina is a seafood and Italian restaurant, and then on the other side is a steak restaurant called The Cut.
Should we go have a look? I don't know, I can't remember. I've completely forgot, David. It's been a long day, hasn't it?
I think it begins with an S. Prime.
Great job.
Where did I get S from? It's called Prime.
And it's very lovely.
Thanks for watching, the cruise experts. Yeah, so that's a really nice steak restaurant. So we're going to go to both of these restaurants multiple times because in the cabin we booked, we get to dine at these included. So yeah, looking forward to it. Deck 9 now at the front of the ship.
The front of the ship, yes, David.
The front of the ship, what do we have? We've got the fitness centre, which looks really big actually. That looks like a really nice big fitness centre, and also the spa as well. And it's called the Sanctum. So let's have a little look around.
Ooh, so this is my type of place, guys. So at the very front of the ship, just forward of the spa, we get access to this little area, which is kind of like a little sunbathing deck. It also has a big therapy pool, a Thalissa therapy pool, I think it's called. Don't quote me on that, but it looks lovely, and we get unlimited access to this as part of our suite as well, which is very nice. The spa area looks great as well. You can get all of your massages and your treatments and everything in there, which is great. But I think we've got one last venue on the deck above, so let's go check it out. And then this very quick ship tour is done. She's such a tiny ship. I still can't believe that basically it's deck 6 on the inside decks and that's it. There's nothing else to it. It's completely bonkers. So yes, the last venue is the living room, deck 10 at the front, at the top of the ship. A really nice space. You've got panoramic windows all the way around you, some comfy seating, a lovely bar, piano and music set up. So we're guessing there's going to be some entertainment there. And you had some snacks as well, which was good to see. I am very impressed. I am really impressed at the makeover, guys. This is an old ship, and out of all 3 that we've done, I think recently, this might be the biggest and most modern, revolutionized look, or whatever it's called. Very impressed. It looks very good, and she looks like she's in excellent condition everywhere around the ship, both inside and outside. Right, let's go pack and watch the sail away from our balcony. We were supposed to go about an hour and a half ago, but we haven't. I'm not sure why.
So back to the room. I'm in the middle of unpacking. That's why the room looks a little bit like an absolute mess in here. I'm sorting out our laundry because we have been traveling for a while, so I was really looking forward to sending some laundry down to get some nice clean clothes. But do you know how we said we get 2 free bags of laundry per week, I think it was. Look at the size of the bag.
Oh my gosh. That is taking the Michael, David.
That is...
What the heck?
I've seen pairs of underpants bigger than that. That's a ridiculously small laundry bag.
That is ridiculous.
I think the one on Carnival was twice the size, and Carnival are the kings of the nickel and dime. Wow, okay. So maybe we need to squeeze our laundry in there, Ben.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy, guys. I have to say I'm surprised by some things. I really am. I don't really feel the luxury element at all yet. Do like the ship. I love the people on board so far. It's been really nice, but that is a little bit crazy. What is it with cruise lines just nickel and diming to the max these days? It's really, really starting to get a little bit annoying. We see it as well day to day because we're so lucky to cruise so much. Luckily, there is a self-service laundrette on board. Anyway, we're going to unpack and then go for our first dinner. We still haven't sailed away. I'm not sure what's going on with that. We also need to cool down as well because it is so warm in here. I don't know if it's just us being incredibly unlucky, but it's 25 degrees Celsius in here, which I think is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so about 77, 78. It's very warm. We did ask our room attendant to turn it down. He was like, no, it's fine, it's fine. I'm like, I don't think it's fine to be 77 degrees, but hey, we'll see if we can get it turned down anyway. And that'd be great, but I'm starving. I'm looking forward to some dinner and experiencing what it's all like. They say you never forget your first time sailing out of Sydney. Well, this is our second time, and we'll never forget the first. There's a specific type of energy on the pier. Hundreds of tiny waving hands, that bittersweet cheer of a journey beginning, and the low vibrating hum of the engines waking up beneath us. We aren't doing this alone though. Our little shadow, the tugboat, is right there, nudging us along into the channel with a bit of muscle, while the harbour begins to glow in that classic Australian gold. The harbour is alive tonight. It's a rush hour dance of iconic green ferries and private yachts, all crisscrossing our path as the skyline starts to flicker to life. Sydney just doesn't sit here, it moves with you. Then the heavy hitters. To our left, the steel arches of the bridge. To our right, the white shells of the Opera House catching that last ray of sun. It's a moment that usually stops the conversation on deck. You realise that you're not just leaving a port, you're sailing through a postcard. As the city lights shrink into the distance and the Pacific air hits our faces, you start to get it. This might just be the most beautiful sail away in the world. And honestly, it's not a bad way to end the day and sail away from this beautiful city. We'll miss you, Sydney, but we'll be back one day again, I'm sure. First night on the Azamara Pursuit, and we've scored the golden ticket of seating right at the aft of the Discovery restaurant with an amazing view. Honestly, with a view like this, they could serve me a shoe and I'd probably give it 4 stars. Luckily, the bread basket arrived first and it was dangerously good. We did have a slight identity crisis with the menus. Turned out we were looking at the wrong one. Once the actual menu arrived, the choices were massive. You've got daily rotations, the always available classics, and a world cuisine section that changes daily. The crew, very polite, but definitely stealth mode. I went for the mozzarella salad, beautifully plated and fresh. David had the split pea soup, which he said was lovely. Next up, I tackled the French onion soup, which was really, really good. For the mains, David had the Cajun chicken, and I went for the short rib with mustard mash. It was gorgeous, really hot, and exactly what you wanted. We finished off with a Paris breast, cheeky, and an apple blueberry crepe. Total dessert heaven. Overall, a stellar first meal. If the food stays this good for the next 15 nights, we're going to be in a lot of trouble with our waistlines. Well, hello everybody. It's been over a week now, so we've spent a week on board Azamara, the Azamara Pursuit. So I think we have a pretty good handle of how things work on board and what this cruise line is all about. So it's a sea day today, it's early morning, so we're going to head and get some coffee, and then we're going to do something a little bit unusual, something we don't normally do on a cruise line, but I'm very much looking forward to it. So let's go. Let's go and tell you all about what we think about Azamara. We're so excited to fill you in, and there are some surprising things as well.
Morning.
Tidying up the cabin as we normally do before the room attendant comes in.
Look at me, the scrubber, tidying up after bed. Been there. Do you know?
TLC once said there are no scrubs.
I don't want no scrub.
Rihanna said work, 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 and that's my blooming life, isn't it? Look at this, putting your washing away and all sorts. We always tidy up the cabin before the room attendant comes in, just to make it easier for them.
We don't want it to be embarrassingly dirty, do we?
And do you know what the worst thing is do you know when you accidentally leave clothes out, and if you accidentally leave a pair of underwear out and then like delicately fold them? and then place them on the end of the bed, and it's always a bit like, oh, that's cringe. And also, is that passive aggressive? If they're like, here's your underwear, perfectly placed on the bed.
Right, should we head out then, David? I think you've tidied enough now. It's very
I
clean.
mean, it looks good on the outside, but do you want to look in my drawers?
No. Oh, these drawers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what the hell? We've got 2 dump drawers, guys. I think everybody has this in their house, right?
Everyone has a dump drawer in their house. It's that drawer where you know where it is, you know what's in it, but it's a blooming mess. So there we go. Right, let's go, shall we? Because today we've got a fun sea day. Let's get on with it.
Just before we leave, a quick review of the cabin. Absolutely perfect. We've enjoyed it so much. It was a little bit warm on the first day. We called them out. They fixed it straight away, guys. It's been cool, lovely, relaxing, spacious, beautiful balcony, lovely bathroom. I have absolutely no complaints at all. We were worried because we were assigned this cabin because we upgraded, so we didn't pick it. It was right below the windows buffet. Absolutely no noise whatsoever. It has been wonderful. I have enjoyed every aspect about this cabin. Comfortable bed, really good storage, no complaints whatsoever. It's been bloomin' brilliant. Anyway, we better hurry up because we're going to miss out. We need a coffee first as well, so let's go. Our room attendant has been absolutely lovely as well, guys. Our cabin's been cleaned every day. We never see him. He's like a ninja. He just gets in there and does it without us even knowing, which is crazy. And our butler has been fantastic as well. He keeps refilling our fridges with the drinks that we asked for on the first day, dropping treats into our cabin, changing all of our reservations and making reservations for us. It's been very good indeed. So we've been very pleased about that. Yeah, we're going to go down to deck 5 now to the Mosaic Cafe.
We're going to get coffee first before our fun day. There is actually 2 places you can get coffee. You can get it here or upstairs in the living room, which might be a bit quieter, but we're here now anyway. I got treats. I also went controversial and got a peppermint tea. Sorry.
Right, we better head upstairs, David. We're going to be late.
One thing we've been impressed with is the amount of activities that are happening, particularly on sea days. And today we've come up to an art class. It's all included, it's not an extra charge, and this is a watercolour class. So I'm going to get my artist on. Here I go. Should have put a beret on, shouldn't I, really?
This is so much fun, guys. So yeah, on other cruise lines, sort of like Celebrity Cruises and some other cruises like that, it's usually an extra charge to do this sort of thing, but it's included here on Azamara. And there's a class every single sea day. So we've done a few now, including painting the Sydney Opera House, which was awesome. But yeah, it's very relaxing, especially at the top of the ship with all of these lovely panoramic windows in front of us. Right, I better get moving because this one's quite a complicated one. The Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes, obviously because we're here in Australia. Right, let's get going. This is quite hard. I've never done it before, so it is a lot of fun trying to learn though.
That was so much fun, and an hour went past very, very quickly. But here's my first result, guys. What do you think? Do you like it? And there's Ben's as well on the screen. Comment below your opinions. But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that a lot. It's just so relaxing. It's maybe something we need to start doing when we get home, Ben.
Just came back to the room, guys, to drop off our paintings and get ready for some lunch. Now, we have to say the entertainment and the activities have actually surprised us a little bit on this cruise ship. They really have. There is lots to do in the daytime. There are shows on an evening, just a little bit smaller shows. Now, one thing that has disappointed us is that all of the entertainment skews very old for us. Now, we're late 30s, early 40s, and we are totally and utterly aged out of all of the activities on board. All of the quizzes, all of the music, it is very, very old for us, guys. It's a lot of the 50s and the 60s. Sometimes it goes up to maybe the 70s, but all of the quizzes have no answers in that come from recent times, like the music quizzes, the movie quizzes. It's all very old school for us. So we would like to see a little bit of a mix so we could be more included in some of that entertainment. All of the music's like the Beatles and Elvis and things like that, which is way before our time. We don't mind a mix. It's good to have that and something else as well, but it is all of that. So we feel very, very aged out now. I think we are maybe the 2 youngest people on board the ship as well. There are no children. Most of the passengers are coming from North America. A lot of passengers from the UK as well, and obviously some from Australia to make up the majority of passengers on board. There are a few Europeans as well that we bumped into. But yeah, I would say most people are in their 60s, 70s and 80s maybe. So it is a little bit older than normal cruise lines. absolutely no issue with that. We've had such a wonderful time meeting so many lovely people on this cruise. Everybody has been so spectacularly friendly, whether they watch us or they don't watch us. Everybody's very lovely indeed, which is something that we've really enjoyed. It feels like a very tight-knit group of passengers who really want to have a good time, very social, which we very much like as well. It's something that surprised us a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna head for some lunch. Let's go down and then we'll talk about the food. And it's pretty surprising.
So we've looked out again. We've came just as it's opened, and we've bagged a really nice table as well. Look at that view, it's awesome.
Yes, we've been seated at a lovely seat again. Top tip, get here nice and early for the best seats all around the windows, because it does get extremely busy in here, as we're going to talk about later on. Anyway, lunchtime menu, which changes every single day. So you have the choice of eating in here or in the buffet or grill upstairs or room service. Now we tend to avoid the buffet because we don't think it's particularly the best point about this cruise ship. But a few days ago during a sea day, they had a brunch buffet. My gosh, guys, I have never seen anything like it. It was like the golden days of cruising again. It was one of the biggest buffets I've ever seen, and it was beautiful. What an extravaganza. There was everything from plenty of food stations. There was an egg food station, a pasta food station, a Caesar salad station. There were pies. There were just about everything you can imagine. Full English American breakfasts on offer, cakes, pastries, a chocolate fountain, a salmon station. It was nuts. I have never ever seen anything like it. It was superb, and most of all, the food was super high quality. It wasn't just rubbish and just plentiful. It was beautiful. The pies were delicious, the salads, the pastries, the cakes, the breads. Wow, what an amazing brunch. As you entered, you were given champagne and drinks and things. It was just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Top tip again, get there nice and early to take some photos of it, because it was wonderful. I don't think I've seen anything like that in about a decade on cruising, which was incredible. So it was nice to see something from times past. It was just fabulous. There was just so much food and it was so good. We had to go and have a nap after it. Anyway, we popped in our orders. Again, you get things like soft drinks included throughout the day and wines and all of that sort of jazz. So we're just waiting for our food to come and then we can start eating. I'm excited.
Yes, so for my starter, I went for the bean salad. So it's white beans, peas and some mushrooms. It's a good selection though. There was quite a few salads and soups on there. It's nice to see. Really delicious. All the starters and all the salads have been really delicious. I like the dressing as well. It's like a French vinaigrette dressing, but it's got a little bit more butteriness to it. Really lovely.
Yeah, I have to say I've been impressed with the menus, guys. It's been very good. I went for the beef and barley soup to start with. I don't think I've ever had this before. Little chunks of beef in there and what I assume is barley. Let me have a try. Very delicious, guys. What we've been liking as well is that everything is served super hot, which we really appreciate every single time. But that's very tasty. The soups have been very good throughout the cruise. So yeah, that's a very good start to my lunch. Fabulous. Oh, guys, my main courses came. I went for a club sandwich, which is one of my favourite things to eat, and some fries. Now, I've recently loved doing the double dip. So I'll dip it in ketchup, and then I'll dip in some mayonnaise, and it's the most wonderful taste ever. Now, David got me into the notion of dipping fries into mayonnaise. I think it's something they do in Europe as well, in places like Belgium. But I'm going to go try it. So hot as well, guys. Very good. Now, I'm going to try and get this in my mouth and look as elegant as I can. Let's do this. I'm going to put my mic down. Slap me with a club and call me the Earl of Sandwich. That is delicious. Layers of turkey, bacon, tomato, avocado, mayonnaise, egg. Wonderful. Absolutely blooming delicious. A very wholesome, delicious, wonderful, comforting sandwich, and I'm here for it. I love a sandwich, guys. I'm sad. I'm easily pleased. But look at the size of this fry. That's a long one, isn't it? It's almost as long as my head. Oh, I forgot to dip. It's almost as long as David's patience.
In contrast to Ben's club sandwich, I went for something a little bit more refined, a little bit more elegant. I went for the teriyaki salmon. Again, it looks very beautifully presented and it's boiling hot. Oh my gosh, we just love it. I don't know, we've said it before, I don't know if it's a Brit thing or what, but hot food is a must for us. I hate it when it's tepid. Ugh. Right, let's try it. Well, she is a sweet little thing. Delicious teriyaki glaze. The salmon's perfectly cooked. I like how crispy the skin is on the top, and it has these little crispy extra bits on top as well, which adds some delicious crunch. But my favourite thing are these sweet potatoes, because they're like sweet, and I think they've got teriyaki on them as well, so they kind of taste like teriyaki sweet potatoes, which are absolutely wonderful. So for dessert, Ben had a crunchy chocolate cake, which came with a side of vanilla gelato. It was absolutely delicious. It was like a mousse, but it had no gelatinous flavour to it at all. So it just felt so light and chocolatey. It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And then it said it was a carrot cake, but it was more like a Swiss roll type carrot cake thing. Very good, very delicious, and super light. Wonderful desserts. But now I think it's time to go and review the food.
Honestly, we've been eating our way across the Pursuit, and the food has been, in a word, superb. Everything is tasty, beautifully presented. We haven't had a single disappointing meal yet in any of the dining rooms, not one. We did chat to some veteran Azamara Cruises who insisted the food used to be better. I don't know what they were eating before liquid gold, because to us this really is top tier stuff. And don't get me started on the room service. Usually ship room service is a gamble of will it be soggy or just cold. Not here, it was always prompt, fresh, and again with the heat, steaming hot. Now, it's not all Michelin stars. The Mosaic Cafe is, well, fine. The cookies and pastries do the job, but they're not going to change your life. And the Windows Cafe buffet, well, we usually avoid ship buffets anyway, and this one didn't change our minds. For a luxury cruise line, it was just a bit meh. Not bad, just not I need a second plate good. But then, Azamara redeems itself with the afternoon tea trolley. It's a lovely touch that makes you feel properly spoiled. As for the specialty dining, 2 words, absolutely fantastic. Overall, well, we're stuffed and we're happy. And we're very impressed. Very good job, Azamara. We're super pleased to see that the food has been as good as we hoped it would be.
So it's time for dinner, and we've came up to one of the specialty restaurants on board. They've both got large menus, so they definitely are a repeatable experience. It does feel a little bit more elevated than the main dining room. Everything just feels a little bit calmer. You have these nicer views and everything, and it just feels a little bit more fancy, if you know what I mean. We've already had our bread course, and the bread is delicious. There's 3 types of bread to choose from. I got one of the fruit bread slices, which was very, very lovely indeed. And we also have an amuse-bouche. And this one tonight is goat's cheese on a little piece of toast. Look at it. Look how cute it is. Shall I give it a try? Do you do these all in one or not? Let's assume you do. No, I like goat's cheese, so that is really delish. Thick, creamy, with a hint of garlic in there as well. Very nice.
So yeah, it's such a lovely smaller restaurant as well, which we really like. So we've been booking this basically every second night, guys, because we can, and it is just so elevated. Here's some pictures of the food that we had in Aquilina. It is so good in there. The food's amazing. The spaghetti bolognese, the starters, the soups, the service has all been wonderful. But today, back to the room. I went for the Korean fried chicken, and it looks wonderful. Very different as well. I really fancied it when I saw it on the menu, so I thought, do you know what, I'm going to go treat myself to a bit of chicken. Let's have a try. That's certainly Korean my chicken. Doesn't mean anything, but it's delicious, guys. Very, very delicious. It's really crispy on the outside, so super crispy. Super intense sauce as well, with a bit of heat to it as well. And some lovely kimchi below it as well, which is fabulous. What a lovely starter.
And I went for the tuna tartare and shrimp tempura, and it comes with something unusual. It comes with wasabi jelly, which is really unique. But guys, look at the size of these shrimp. They're absolutely blooming massive. Huge. Now let me give this a try, shall I? Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of the shrimp jelly in there with my tuna tartare and some of the toppings as well. That is so weird. It tastes like soy sauce and wasabi mixed together, but it's in like a jelly form, and when you have it with the tuna tartare, it tastes absolutely wonderful. And again, it's got these lovely crispy little bits on the top, which add a nice little crunch to it.
So for my next course, I went for the baked potato soup, which is poured expertly in front of us, guys. How posh is that? I do like that indeed. I love a baked potato soup. It's got cheese in there, potatoes, cream. Let's have a go. I think that soup's been created by Irish pixies in the hills of Ireland, because they like a good potato, I hear. That is delicious. Super creamy, super tasty. I love the cheese as well. I think it's got bacon in there as well, which is giving it a lovely salty taste as well. Beautiful and very, very hot as well, which you know we enjoy. That is absolutely scumdiddlyumptious. Potatoes.
I've got the lobster salad, and it comes topped with a Granny Smith apple slaw, which, fun fact, we learnt the other day, was named after a granny in Australia. Did you know that? So she was Australian, who was named after the apple. So it comes with some citrus around the outside as well. Let's try it. That is unusual because it has a slight curry taste to it. The little citrus bits on the outside add a little pop of sort of flavour to it as well. And the lobster on the bottom is not really overpowering anything. It's really delish. My favourite thing though is that curried coleslaw on the top. Absolutely delicious.
So David, I think it's a high stakes dinner this one, because next up I went for the filet mignon 8-ounce steak. We've got an array of different sides as well. We've got some mashed potatoes, creamed spinach and leek, as well as some steamed broccoli to keep things healthy. But this looks lovely. It comes with a little bit of potato as well, and I've doused it with some peppercorn sauce. Now let's go try. That's so good I'm not even going to joke about it, guys, because it's very rare that anybody would find it funny anywhere. Anyway, for all of the vegans, her name was Daisy, and she is good, guys. She tastes absolutely delicious, very tender. I've gone and got a medium. The sides are delicious as well, yeah. A really good meal. I'm really enjoying this. We're like the only people left in the restaurant now, which is nice. It's so quiet. It feels like it's our own private little restaurant with fabulous service. Anyway, David, what did you get? Looks a bit fishy to me.
Well, I went for the Asian fish. I mean, I don't know if the fish was Asian. I mean, the Asian fish dish. The dish that... Does that make sense?
So I'm all the way here from Japan.
I mean, we are close. They could have done. It's a barramundi fish, and it comes with miso sauce and some vegetable egg fried rice on the side. Now, I love egg fried rice. It looks like a delicious egg fried rice as well, so let's try it. Very sweet and sticky on the top, but my favourite bit is they've put like crunchy prawn crackers on the top as well, which adds some lovely crunchy texture to it. And the egg fried rice is wonderfully delicious as well. Good fish. Could say they're fishing for compliments.
Oh, jeez.
Did I not catch that joke very well?
No, it's went down the toilet like a dead fish.
Oh.
It's my favourite time of the day. It's dessert time. I went for some mini donuts, guys, which look like they're little mini escargot, but they are not snails. They're sweet treats. And they come with a dip of butterscotch, vanilla, and chocolate. Butterscotch for me. Let's have a little try, shall we? They're little bowls of delight. They're little bowls of goodness that I just want in my mouth at all times, covered in all three dips at the same time. They're delicious. And I also got some coconut ice cream. Bon appetit, if you know what I mean. Delicious.
And I went for 3 desserts because I'm a greedy. I got the orange creme brulee, the banana and toffee pie, so the banoffee pie, and I think it was mango mousse. Ben's giving me a nod. The mango mousse is delicious. Comes with little bits of jelly on the top as well, or jello for our American friends. But sweet, creamy, really delish. This orange creme brulee is wonderful. It's smooth, it's silky, and it has good crack. Had a really nice crack on the top, like the crispy bit on the top. Delicious. And the banoffee pie is a little sweet treat from heaven. Very good indeed.
Guys, I am absolutely so stuffed, it is not even funny. I have ate way too much food on this cruise and put on so much weight, but I'm so happy that the food has been fantastic. Now, there have been 1 or 2 little issues that we didn't expect. As we've kept saying throughout this episode, it's a small ship, a maximum of 750 passengers, which is even smaller than cruise lines such as Explorer and Viking and some other luxury cruise lines, and it's felt very crowded. It really has. It's a full cruise, and some of the areas get very busy indeed. Lines for coffee every single day with no seats available. Sometimes we have to wait 20-25 minutes given a buzzer to get into dinner on the main dining room, so sometimes we have to wait a good 25 minutes to get in, which is very, very long, and something I wouldn't expect to do on a cruise line like this, a luxury cruise line. All of the trivias and the lounges and things get completely packed out, so unless you're very early, you're not going to get a seat. So that has been a little bit disappointing. Not the end of the world, but not something I expected, because even on some of the really, really big cruise ships, such as Star of the Seas, the biggest cruise ship in the world, there's some areas you never have to wait, so I didn't expect to have to do that on a luxury cruise line. So that's the first issue. Let's go back to the room though and talk about the other one, and then we'll get some sleep because I'm tired now. I need to go into some sort of coma after all of that food.
There's nothing nicer than coming back to a freshly cleaned cabin and in particular, freshly made bed. Honestly, I wish I could have somebody at home do this for me all the time. Even down to putting some little treats in our cabin, little chocolates or little bits of cake, but I can't eat another thing, honestly. I am so full, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to go on a fast after this. So tagging on to what Ben mentioned earlier about the main dining room, another issue is that you can't make reservations. So it is a first come, first serve basis. So if you do turn up at the peak time, you will have to wait. So there's no making reservations for dining. Now, talking about dining, the specialty restaurants you can make reservations for, but they are an extra cost. And that is one thing we've noticed as well. The upselling is very noticeable for a cruise line at this price point and for this premium level cruise. So we're comparing this to Viking and MSC Explorer journeys. The upselling on here is a lot more noticeable. Drinks packages, things in your cabin every night to go down to the shops to do something, or just always something to upsell you on. And when it actually comes to buying things, it tends to be very expensive. So the shore excursions themselves are very expensive, even for a cruise line standard. Even things like the Wi-Fi, like we mentioned, was extremely expensive. So that is another downside that we've noticed of this cruise line in particular compared to like Viking and MSC Explorer journeys.
So yeah, neither of those things are game changers for us. It doesn't bother us that much. It's just an observation and we want to be fully honest with you guys. It's not really a complaint. It's just surprised us how busy the ship is and the upsell, which surprised us for a luxury cruise line compared to those other luxury brands and all of the different cruise lines we've done suites in. Now, cost us $13,000 as we said at the very beginning. Is it worth it? Well, you have to remember we're in an upgraded suite and this is a 15-night cruise, so that is $866 for both me and David per night. And with everything that's included and the small ship vibe, it's still cheaper than most of the cruise lines staying in a suite. So I would say it definitely is worth it. There's some things that have just been fantastic. The crew have been amazing. The food is spectacular, and just the food offering apart from the buffet has been amazing. Things like having such a big room service menu, which is all great and all included. There's no gratuities to pay on top of that as well. So some of these other suite products, you're paying that $1,000 per night on average, and then you've got to pay an extra $40, $50 per day per couple in gratuities, which really adds up. Now, some things like the Wi-Fi have been expensive, but things we've appreciated are things like the shuttles in port, which you very rarely get with any other cruise line. I think it's great. I've really enjoyed it so far. I've really enjoyed the Azamara experience. You also get those Azamara nights and things where they take you off port and have parties on decks. And I have to say, it's been really, really lovely. So overall, I personally think it is worth it. And I would like to cruise with Azamara again. It's been a really nice experience. And yeah, I've enjoyed it. Now, if you want to see something a little bit similar, check out our series on the Explorer ships. Now, this is MSC Cruises luxury cruise line and should be quite a similar experience. So you can click on the screen now and check it out. That's it till next time. Happy cruising.